Hello there. The weather outside is horrible. It's June, so it should be sunny, but it's not. It's miserable. There were storms last night. It's cold, so I've got this baggy jumper on. I'm on a 10mm lens, which is zoomed in a bit. It's not a good look, so bear with me today. I'm not at my best, but I do want to take some time and talk to you about something that I keep getting asked about, and you know what? I haven't done anything about it yet, and that is about live streaming. So I want to talk to you about this, which is my live streaming kit, and what I use to get videos from the camera to the internet. So first of all, why don't I use a mobile phone? So first of all, a mobile phone, well, it's got a single connection. It's got a SIM in it, which will connect to the mobile data network, and then it will send your video up to places like YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitch, Twitter, Vimeo, anywhere like that. But that's a single point failure, effectively. You've got one SIM, one connection only, and then the phone doesn't give me the flexibility that you might want creatively to zoom into reframe shots and so on. So I use cameras like the Sony Z90, the camera I'm recording on this at the moment, which is the C300 Mark II, any professional video camera. And to connect my professional video camera to these different networks, Facebook, etc., I need an encoder. And the job of the encoder is to take the video from the camera, encode it into data, send it over the internet, and publish it to my live platform. So for that, I use kit from LiveU, and that's what I'm going to predominantly talk about in this short video. And that is this. This is my first LiveU unit. This is the LiveU Solo. So I've had this one for about 2 years, almost 2 years, year and a half actually. And I bought this as a replacement for an old bit of kit that I had for streaming. And I don't think it's fair for me to mention who that manufacturer is, but suffice to say I wasn't overly impressed with it. I had issues with it. And the LiveU is by far a more reliable piece of kit for live streaming. In my opinion, I just absolutely love this, and I think it's a great product. It's a very robust product, and it just works. And I love kit that just works. There's no nonsense to it. You're not fiddling with it. It does the job that it's meant to do. I'm not sponsored by LiveU before you say that either. I just like kit that works. So my live streaming backpack, I've put everything in a backpack. You know what I'm like with my my HPRC backpacks, if you're a subscriber and if you've seen the last video. But in this kit, I've got everything I need to live stream for, a good few hours. But let me talk about what's in here and the actual encoders first. So how does LiveU work, and how does it differ to streaming, say, via a mobile phone? So first of all, LiveU Solo. This is available in two different configurations. This is the more expensive of the two, and this gives you inputs from your camera via HDMI, HDMI and SDI. I like SDI connectors because they push in and they turn, they twist, they lock. And that's important for me, that unlike an HDMI, it's not just going to pull out if I move around too quickly. So I went for the SDI HDMI version of the Solo. There is a less expensive version which is HDMI only, but for those reasons I didn't buy that one. So the Solo is the link in the chain here between the camera and Facebook, YouTube, between the internet. And what this will do, it will take the connection, it will take your video from the camera, and then it will convert it to packets of data and send it up to the internet. Now, how does it actually connect to the internet? That's the big question, and I should answer that by saying in a multitude of ways. This has got an Ethernet connector on the side, so you can hardwire into your router. It's got a Wi-Fi connection inside it, so it can connect via Wi-Fi, and it's also got two USB connections at the side, and they are for stick modems. So if I look at my other LiveU unit here, I've got two dongles, two Huawei dongles on it at the moment, both with 4G SIMs inside it. And what it will use those dual connections to send the data, to share the data between two different internet connections up to the internet. You can bond up to 4 devices with the regular LiveU Solo, so you could have two SIM cards in the modems. You can have internally the Wi-Fi and the Ethernet as well. So you've got a number of different ways to get your video to the internet. So that was my original LiveU. That's the one I've been using for a couple of years, and you can see it's all sort of baggy and loose, where things have, modems have been in and out of it and dirty. Anyway, this is my new one. This is the new LiveU Solo Plus. The Solo Plus, again, HDMI, SDI, but the advantage of this unit is it's also got 2 modems internally built in. So out of the box here, you've got 2 SIM cards internally, and then you've got 2 SIM cards on modems as well, plugged in via the USB. And then if you need to, you can also connect via Ethernet and Wi-Fi as well. So you can get up to 6 connections. If you've watched my previous videos, you'll see that I've got a car that's got a satellite dish on the top that I use for streaming in locations where there isn't any internet, and this is the link between the car and the camera. It literally plugs in via the Ethernet and, you know, job done, it sends data up that way. So that's the Solo Plus, and then I've got one more LiveU unit in my case here, which I'll interchange with the Solo Plus, and that is a thing called the LU200. This is a streaming device that isn't really designed for streaming to the internet as much as the Solo is. This is a point-to-point encoder, so with this I can send video from wherever I am with my camera to broadcasters, to anyone with a LiveU server, which will receive the video and then output it via SDI or save it as files. So you can do store and forward with this as well. But I don't think you're really here for this this LU200. If you've got any questions about it, just put them in the comments below and I'll answer those later. But if I'm doing a job where it's going to broadcast, the LU200 goes into the bag, or if it's for streaming to the web, then this one, the Solo Plus, goes into the bag, and the actual old Solo itself to back up. So I've got that, and that can fit in as well. But let's talk about this. They all work in the same way, and the actual unit itself, as I say, has got SDI, HDMI. You've got 2 SIM card slots on the Solo Plus only, not the old Solo. You've got the 2 USB connections, you've got your charging and your DC in, and you've got your Ethernet connection. It really is about as simple as that. The unit itself has got an on-off button, and you've got the menu button, although there's not much you can actually do to configure the unit in the menu. So really, you've got a screen there which gives you a video preview, and you've got the power on-off button, which also starts and stops your streams. So if I can't configure it on the actual unit itself, how do I do that? Well, it's very simple. You can do that via the internet. So as long as you've got something like a mobile phone or a laptop with you, you can go in and you can configure your stream. Now, what I will do is I will configure my stream to Vimeo. I use Vimeo a lot to stream to, which then can resend my stream onto Facebook or to other destinations. Vimeo is great because you can embed it on your client's website if they want to. You can password protect it. They've just brought out a graphic program so that you can overlay graphics on it as well. All kinds of things with Vimeo. The other cool thing about Vimeo, as you know how it is when you get involved with something from the beginning, you sort of learn about it as you go along. And I've had issues in the past with YouTube with copyright music, where after the stream it says you can't be doing this. I was at a festival, we were recording music, and YouTube just spat it back at me and said, this is copyright, you shouldn't be doing that. Vimeo doesn't do that, so Vimeo is a great place to stream to where you won't have that issue. Vimeo is a paid service, mine, so you need to sort of put that into your quotes if you're quoting clients, or bear that in mind. So we'll have a look at the LiveU portal. So as you can see, it's accessed, as I said, via the internet. The portal itself has got a number of templates which you can use to stream to popular destinations, as we mentioned already: YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, Twitch, Vimeo, and so on. But you can also set up and save your own destinations, which you can enter manually once you've got the stream key and the stream destination. That's how I'll often do that. The LRT cloud bonding is something else that LiveU offer for this, and you need to pay for that service per year if you want to bond multiple connections. And by that I mean, if you've got the Solo Plus, which gives you, as I said, 6, so 2 of those, 2 internally, Wi-Fi and Ethernet, and if you want to be able to share your data over each of those connections at the same time, so for example, if your 4G is too slow, it will send it up via the Ethernet connector via your router. And if you want to have that flexibility, the reassurance and the backup of all those connections, you need to make sure you buy cloud bonding. Now, through the portal, as well as setting your destination, you can see your stream, you can see the data rate of the stream, and that's something that's really important. Typically, when I stream with the LiveU Solo, I'm going up around about 5 megabits a second to work out how much data you're going to use. That works out about between 2.25 and 2.5 gigabytes of data per hour. So I have my package per month is 120 gig of data, which is spread over 4 SIMs. They're all with EE. Some people will go with SIMs of different networks. I found EE, for where I'm mainly streaming, to be by far the most reliable network. This is all 4G. I'm sure at some point when 5G modems will come along, there will be modems that will be supported by LiveU, whether that will be out of the box or via firmware updates. I'm speculating, but you can buy 5G routers, which you can connect via Wi-Fi or via Ethernet. So you can actually use a LiveU and stream via 5G now, although it is very early days for 5G. But data rate's important, and through the Solo portal, you can actually monitor how much data is being sent, and you can see if you've got problems there at all. Streaming via the LiveU for me to date has been, super reliable, and it's a bit of kit that, as you can see, I've invested in heavily. I've bought all these units myself, and I think it's a great piece of kit. The fact that it's small, it's got a built-in battery, is great. The battery gives you about 2 hours, just under 2 hours of use, and then if I need extra power, in my case I've got this. This is a PAG belt clip. PAG, a UK company who make batteries and make battery accessories. So this is one of their belt clips, which just takes V-lock batteries, which you can just put on, and then if I take that off for the minute, you can then plug it into your LiveU. I should point out, if you're going to buy one of these off the shelf, you need to open it up inside and you need to change the polarity. PAG's 2.1, 2.5, the socket here is not the right way around for the LiveU, so I had to rewire this so it works. So I carry that in my my backpack as well. I'll show you the other bits I've got in here. Am I putting that the right way around? Yes, I am. There we go. I've also got this, a Sony Z90 camera, something that I've covered in extensively in previous videos. I just think it's a great camera. I have also got these, which are my small lightweight Sennheiser radio mic, plug-on XLR transmitter receiver, and then I'll use that with something like the Rode Reporter microphone. If I want just an onboard mic, then I've got the Sony ECM XM1, I think it is, in the case as well, which I carry with me. But all of this is self-contained. It's in a backpack, so and backpack's rugged and waterproof as well. It's good size to carry on planes or just throw in the back of the car. If you're live streaming an event, you can have all your kit with you. You can be wearing it and walking around. You don't need to put anything down anywhere. And as I say, with the V-lock battery, you've also got that option then to power the LiveU unit longer, as well as having up to 3 batteries at about 2 and a bit hours each with the camera as well. Obviously, if I'm doing a different stream using other cameras like my Sony FS5 or the C300 Mark II, then obviously you're looking at bigger bags. But as a compact, sort of run and gun streaming kit, this is absolutely ideal. I hope this video has explained a bit about live streaming for you, what I do, how I do it. If you've got any questions, please do leave them in the comments below and I'll answer those. And any suggestions for other videos that you might want to see, please let me know below as well. I should point out today as well, for all you people, if you came here for live streaming, then that's pretty much done. But for the Z90 and live streaming, Sony announced that by the end of the year, they're going to be increasing the live streaming capabilities of this camera with a new firmware upgrade, which will enable you to do simple streaming via the camera itself. Now, I'd love to know what that is, because at the moment, this camera will stream, but it's only to destination. I think the only destination is Ustream. And paid for service, which I don't use. So I'd like to be able to stream to, all popular destinations. Sony, if you're listening, Facebook, and those destinations is what we want. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, subscribe, thumbs up, all that kind of stuff. See you next time.